So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's the YouTube? Dale here from Zephyr Games, bringing you an update to the Marincess deck profile. Now, Marincess got the new promo cards from the Rising Rampage Special Edition. So I thought it would be about time to update this deck, show you what the deck currently looks like. Unfortunately, it is not pure as of yet. We are still using the Toad engine. One, because the Toad engine is actually incredibly powerful in this deck. But secondly, we're still waiting on some new cards coming from Chaos Impact. Now, the one bad thing about the cards in the Rising Rampage Special Edition is that two of the cards, which is both the new Link Monsters, the Link 4 and the new Link 1, only come in the Special Edition. So you will need to buy those to pick up those copies of your cards, or you pick the copies of the cards up single. However, that being said, let's take you through the profile, show you what we've got, and explain why we've got it. Now, of course, because we only have two main deck Marincess monsters, we are running 3 of each. 3 Seahorse, this is the most important main deck monster of the deck. So you special summon this card from your hand to a zone a Marincess Link monster points to. You can only special summon Marincess Seahorse once per turn this way. During your main phase, except the turn is sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon 1 water monster from your hand to a zone a Marincess Link monster points to. So obviously it can bring your Toads out of your hand as well. It just needs to be there prior on the prior turn. We then play triple Marincess C-Star. This one is you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 Marincess monster you control. It gains 800 attack until the end of this turn. You can only use this effect of Marincess C-Star up to twice per turn. Now, obviously that effect isn't as massively relevant because they are getting their massive boosts from the brand new field spell, but we do need to be using it as it is the only other Marincess normal summon. It is also a level 2, so it can be used and abused for totally awesome as well. We then play double C Archiver. Now the reason we play this is it is a free water summon. So if a monster is normal or special summoned to a zone alien monster points to, which is exactly what the Marincess do, except during damage state, you can special summon this card from the graveyard or your hand. Now obviously the only downside is even if it does come from the hand, you still have to banish it when it leaves the field. It's a nice 2100 defender, not that you're really going to rely on its defensive stats. In this build, you are using it as a free water extender. If it was a level 2, it'd be even more busted. We then go on to the Toad engine with triple Swap Frog, triple Ronin Toad, and double Duke Frog. Now, Duke Frog gives you a nice little protection for your other cards as well. So monsters your opponent controls cannot target monsters for attacks except this one. So if you get him on the board, obviously the idea is if you open up the good hand or the best hand, you're going to be getting into your Link 4 or your Link 3. You're going to have a Marincess trap in your hand or on the field, and then you're going to have a Totally Awesome, and then Totally Awesome is going to bring Duke Frog out from the deck during the standby phase. That means you're protected from attacks, you've got a negation on board, and then you've got one big boss monster of the Marincess Wonderheart as well. We then run triple Psynet Mining. Of course, all of your cards, apart from the Toads, are Psyverse, even the Archiver, so you get an additional search off of that. This basically counts. Not to mention, you can put any of your dead water cards into the graveyard. Some of your Marincess cards, if you've opened up with 2 of them, and actually add them back to your hand to make the loop continue. The sun has now decided to come out, and it's going to disappear in a minute as well anyway. We then play triple Call by the Graves. You want your Toads, your Frogs, and all of that to be going off without using the Frog negation. So Call by the Grave can be very, very useful and very, very important. You want to be able to stun your opponent as best as you possibly can as well. We then play 2. Now I've only got 1 at the moment, but we've got to play 2 of the Marincess Battle Ocean. This is the brand new field spell. All Marincess monsters you control gain 200 attack. Also, each one gains 600 attack for each Marincess card equipped to it. Monsters you control in your extra monster zone that were link summoned with Marincess Crystal Heart, which we don't have yet, it's a Link 2 that comes out in Chaos Impact, are unaffected by your opponent's card effects, which is insane. When you link summon a Marincess monster to the extra monster zone, except during the damage step, you can equip up to 3 Marincess Link monsters with different names from the graveyard. Now this is actually quite easy to do, as we do link climb by going through, at the very least, if you end on your coral, your marbled rock, sorry, you do end up going through coral, blue slug, and even sea angel, because then sea angel searches this out. So the consistency to get to this is very, very easy, and then you're going to reattach those 3 cards to the monster. So your marble rock is going to be a base of 37, 39 including the additional 200 boost from this. And then if you wanted to go that step further, you can go into the Marincess Wonder Heart as well if you have that additional extension. Not that you need it, but if you do for the additional zones. We're playing 2. We don't need to play the terraforming, because in the combo, all you need to do is open up the 1 Marincess and you link climb all the way up to the link 3. So it's very, very easy and consistent to do that, including the new link 1 monster, which gets you this. Sorry guys. Including the new link 1 monster, which gets you this as well. So the consistency to get that is actually there. You could actually play 1 if you wanted to. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Foolish Burial, and my 1 little tech of Burial from a different dimension, just because if I can turbo out my toads, because they can be used to get into the bigger Marincess monsters, being able to loop back my targets for Ronin Toading means that I can continue to keep doing it and end my board with toads and whatever else I need. On for the traps, we played Triple Trap Trick. We then played double White Howling, which of course is a normal trap, so you can banish 1 and get the other off a Trap Trick. If you control water monster, target 1 spell in your opponent's graveyard, banish it, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, negate all spell card effects on on your opponent's field. So that's insanely good, I guess, especially against Striker. 2 Marincess Wave, again searchable by Trap Trick. If you control a Marincess Link monster, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, negate that target face-up monster's effects. If you have a level link 2 or higher Marincess monster, all face-up monsters you currently control are unaffected by your opponent's card effects until the end of this turn. And then if you control a link 3 or higher Marincess monster, you can activate this card from your hand. We've then got double Paleozoic Orlanoids, double Canadia, and double Dynamiscus. Again, all searchable off of Trap Tricks, all very, very useful. And then the fact that you can use the traps to revive these as well, and extend your Toad plays. Not to mention you can also extend your Marincess Link Climb plays should you need to as well. Gives you a lot to kind of go off. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. Now I will say this right now, the current extra deck is only 14 cards. The 15th card I haven't decided which one I want it to be yet. Whether I want it to be another Marincess Wonder Heart, another Coral, or if I want it to be just a generic. Because at the moment they're all waters. Purely because the Marincess monsters lock us into water monsters as we link climb. However, the option could be there for like a Phoenix, a Unicorn, a Sword if you wanted to. So you do have a couple of options to play around with on that one. We play the 1 Marincess Wonder Heart and 2 Marincess Marble Rock. So obviously these are our boss monsters of the deck. So Marincess Wonder Heart, which is the brand new one, is once per battle during the damage calculation. If this card battles a monster, quick effect, you can special summon 1 of your Marincess monster cards equipped to this card. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by that battle. You take no battle damage from that battle, and equip the special summon monster to this card during the end phase. If this card in its owner's possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1 link 3 or lower Marincess monster from your graveyard. It does only require 2 water monsters, so if you get Marble Rock and 1 water monster, you can go straight into it, and that's how you continue your link climb. We then play triple Marincess Coral Ammon, I believe that is. So this is the link 2 monster, very, very good. 2000 attack, 2 water monsters, so it's generic. Type 1 water monster with 15 or less attack in your graveyard, so it can revive your frogs and your toads. Special summon it to the graveyard, not the totally awesome, of course. Special summon to a zone this card points to. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water monsters, not an issue in this deck. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can type 1 Marincess card in your graveyard, accept itself, and add it to your hand. That is how you continue the link climb. We then play double Marincess Blue Slug and 1 Marincess Sea Angel. Now, it's rare you actually want to use and abuse the zone, but you can do. If you've got the ability to summon this, do your Toad plays, put your Toad there, and then link into the Marble Rock. It gives you another ability or another zone down there as well. But this is purely to search out 1 Marincess spell from your deck. If it said spell track, even better, but it does only search out the spell, so for now, we can only search out the field spell. We've then got, of course, 2 Blue Slug. So if both of these require 1 level 4 or lower Marincess monsters, which is why we have to main deck the 6 Marincess monsters, 9 if you include the Signet Mining. If this card is linked summoned, you can target 1 Marincess monster in your graveyard, accept itself, Add it to your hand. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except water monsters. So of course this gets to revive the monster you use to link summon it with. Then we go on to the generic cards that we're using in the deck, and that is double Mistar Boy and triple Totally Awesome. Now obviously Totally Awesome is your additional negation, additional summoner, water, everything you need it to do. And the Mistar Boy just gives all of your water monsters an additional boost. So if you are able to get into a Mistar Boy and a Marbled Rock with the field spell, your Marbled Rock will be sitting at a nice 4400 attack with hopefully the trap in hand or the trap on field. That's going to cause your opponent a heck of a lot of issues. Now, of course, the final spot, like I said, is still undetermined. Once we get Chaos Impact, that will definitely be the link 2, because that is what helps extend this deck's playability. We also get an additional normal a monster for the normal deck as well, or the main deck, and there's a lot more support to be coming in Chaos Impact, which is where this deck can really shine. It'll be very interesting to see how it does in the upcoming games, especially after Chaos Impact, to see if it can catch some of those rogue plays off and kind of go from there. So that is it for the profile. I hope you liked it. I hope it's given you an idea of your own Marincess build, whether you want to be aiming to go pure or whether you're happy to incorporate the toads in it as well. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, push us towards that 15,000 subscriber mark. We are nearly there, guys. I think we're currently at 12,500, so we've got 2,500 more to go between now and the middle of January. So let's keep hitting that subscribe button and get us there before we know it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share, and as always, guys, happy dueling. What's up, YouTube? Dad here from YUGIOH. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always, guys, happy dueling.